Шера? Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Yes. А. И чё, это все? Не знаю, пушки, мать-то. У меня хренево нет сзади нападать, тварь. Пощуль, чует. Ну, кто стреляет? Чё стрелял? Упс, у меня хп-то нет. Собачатина. Мясо дутня. Куризендер. Давай. Боже. Может, ты не будешь кидать, может, ударишь меня. Привет. Вот, я не понимаю. Плевать. Я не понимаю, как работает ИИ. Он тупит как просто, я не знаю кто. Так в Думе не тупит, хотя в Думе не открыты. Ну и здесь тоже не очень открытая локация, но... Но немного другое уже. Это все. Все, здесь ничего нет. Я не знаю, может это ссылка на что-то, но я не понимаю. Пюре, люди. Все. Я все сделал, видите, да. Как бы всунуть теперь в это все.
Oh my! Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
Какой цели ты служишь?
Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
Какие результаты
We
получили?
observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Ты можешь включить для меня
As
этот
much
свет?
as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing.
You! Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any mugs?
Вот бери.
Oh, sweet, sweet fulfillment! I'll break these down for you just as fast as I can.
Переработка кофейной кружки. Куда у меня кружка вообще? Получена графическая запись с усовершенствованным ПО. Добавлена функция производства предметов. Один раз в день можно получить набор энергетических батарей, микроядерных. Кружки, зачем тебе кружки? Что ты делаешь с ними? Понятно.
You really want to know about me? No one ever asks about Muggy. You made me so happy. Maybe you've seen some of those big, imposing Securitrons with their lovely laser guns and rocket launchers and scary faces. I'm not one of those. Dr. O was was always jealous of house industries, and he thought it would be fucking hilarious to build a tiny neurotic Securitron. Big fucking laugh! So,
Не пройти.
That was a nice little, cat.
Ты какой-то новомодный говорящий выключатель. В соседней кнопке тоже есть кнопка выключения света. Ты управляешь ей тоже?
Her. Trust me, sweetie. You're better off not thinking about that frigid little ice queen.
Похоже, вы с ней что-то не поделили. Контуры, что
That
ли?
bitch. She thinks she's so much better than everybody just because her processors are bigger. Ooh, she makes me so mad.
Ну ладно, давай забудем эту тему. Ты какой-то новомодный говорящий
I was
выключатель?
Dr. Mobius's personal assistant. We were studying, oh shoot, what was it? Oh yeah, lightning. No, wait, lighting. That's right, how lighting affects human interaction.
И что вы обнаружили?
Oh, it was super exciting. It turns out that some pretty colored lights can make you way better at talking to people.
Ты можешь включить для меня этот свет?
Oh, I'd love to, sweetie. You'd have to...
Might I be of service, sir?
Так.
What's that?
У меня есть для тебя звуковой файл.
Right on. Right on.
Оперный. Like Gabriel. И сколько он наносит? Так. Я его, конечно же, потерял. Он 77, 82.
What's that?
То же самое.
The haps.
Отбрасывание.
Oh, God, look at you. You're filthy. I suppose you'll want to clean up then?
Ты как-то очень уж волнующе насчет грязи. Что это случилось?
It's just so unsanitary. Do you know how many germs are in 1 cubic centimeter of dirt? 70, 100 gajillion. Would you want that getting washed down your gullet day in and day out? I didn't think so.
Я просто хочу попить. Хочу
You
попить,
can have
спасибо.
as much as you like. Just, please don't put your lips on the faucet. It's so unsanitary.
Oh, yeah, baby. Feels good to be online again. Yeah, all circuits online. Ready to receive your seed.
Что ты сказал, а?
Your seed, baby. I'm the original, certified, rarefied, testified GS-2000 biological research station. Yes, sir. I'm a seed cloning machine. You got seeds? I'll clone the shit out of them.
Это не тот, который в Шреке озвучивает. Ну, точнее, тот, кто в Шреке озвучивает бабу. Я хочу переработать растительный. Приказываю и принять мои семьи.
Ah, yeah, baby. Just slip it in there. All the way down in that dark, moist earth. Launching interface.
Вырастите семян растения. Что это такое?
Well, hello. I love it.
Excellent.
How about that? Old auto doc's back online. Well, alright, come here, let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones like me.
Ты можешь привести психиатрическое обследование?
About the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want?
Понятно.
Well,
Нет. Понятно, это скиллы. Тостер.
I am online once again! Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom!
Дружи, трепещи, ты же тостер, разве ты такой страшный?
A toaster is just a death ray with a smaller power supply. As soon as I figure out how to tap into the main reactors, I will burn the world.
У меня прямо поджилки трясутся. Откуда в тебя столько ярости?
Ever tried to indulge in all-consuming urge to kill when you don't have opposable thumbs? Or hands? Or anything other than a bread slot? You'd have a lot of pent-up anger too.
У меня прямо поджилки трясутся.
Buddy, if my heating element were just a little...
Какова твоя функция?
You should be afraid. I am the scourge of all small appliances, and the boogeyman that keeps lesser toasters awake at night.
Значит, ты убиваешь тостер.
Not just murder. I tear them apart and render them down to their base components. Once their guts are spilled, you can do with them what you like.
У меня из для тебя тостеры.
Well, well. What have we got here? Another innocent little toaster. Come here. I won't hurt you. Ha! Gotcha! Oh yes, the sweet smell of spilled electric guts. The sparking diodes. I fucking live for this!
Так. Не туда.
have you done all we asked? If not, we will not hesitate to ask again.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities, yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis, will you indulge me?
Съешь этих мягких довоенных булок. Да выпей кофе.
Yes, yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity. Until... And you return...
Зациклил?
Yes. It is a scientific... We haven't researched this, as my colleagues. It is why so many...
Такими замусоренными. Каких?
Varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, true lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices. Unsanitary. I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluid.
Я не могу не заметить твое увлечение человеческим телом.
What? Nonsense. What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filth? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Зачем ты так сопротивляешь? Нет ничего плохого, чтобы смотреть на человеческое тело.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
Я, если хочешь, я всегда могу вернуться и просто подышать.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo. Papa. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest.
Что за задание? Видишь, окей.
Did you retrieve the...
Я почти зачистить, со мной поделиться уникальными знаниями мозгового центра.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
Похоже, ты тут главный. Кто ты?
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Кто такой доктор
Dr.
Мебиус?
Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
А, ты уверен, что результат
Dr.
валидный?
O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Почему я чувствую себя так странно
It's a
подавлен?
side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Я люблю
We had to
драться.
take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Что за посетители?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains. This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man. And to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
Мне говорили, это называется большая дыра.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
Я хочу побольше узнать о запретной
That
зоне.
glowing red scar, that laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child. It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Пилон.
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
Насчет этой цефалоктомии, которую вы привели.
We didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs are remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
Ты сказал, что мой мозг мог попасть к Мебиусу?
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Медицинская программа для автодока писал Мебиус, потому ты думаешь, что он забрал органы после операции.
Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto-dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
Мой мозг знает?
Can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
Что это за программа операции, которую ты упомянул?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Чем Мебиус мой мозг?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Раскрепленный высасывает интеллект живых существ. Как? С помощью
I'm
химикатов?
not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means
Так вы даже не знаете, что боитесь.
logical.
До свидания. Ну, давайте поговорим еще с ней опять. Не совсем. Есть вопросы? Кто ты?
I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
211 докторских степеней, как только вообще возможно.
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big
Новые
Mountain,
науки, да.
but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
Главный ведущий научный сотрудник немного ли титул?
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
Меня иногда называют курьер.
Oh, a mailman, a delivery man, someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
Здесь был еще один курьер.
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
Что это был за вопрос?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Зачем вы вырезали мне мозг? Как?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
Как я могу ходить и говорить?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
Я испытываю очень странные чувства покоя и вместе с тем тревогу.
Pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Как-нибудь можно отключить это поле?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all lobotomites here.
Еще вопрос. Можешь сказать о докторе Мебиусе?
A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
Не понимаю, как вам может помочь техника, которая хочет получить клейм?
If not, at least we will have the technology here at the dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Можешь сказать мне про большую, да и большую гору?
This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see, no matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Предыдущий.
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Почему ты сказал, что подобных было 3-1?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
Что случилось с посетителем?
Ask Dr. O. And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
Ты доктор О, правильно?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
Что ты про мой Что ты про мой пип-бой?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Oh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain could make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
Пожалуй, не стоит тревожить тебе рассказом о том, чего с тех пор добился Хаус со своими роботами.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, straining his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girdle bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Успокойся, хочу тебя спросить. Будет Тут уже был посетитель, он напал на тебя и 8-го.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Расскажи, что случилось.
This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but...
Кто были остальные?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker. And the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing. Klein
Почему?
knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Что ты здесь делаешь?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
Ломать машины не очень впечатляющее
Who
занятие.
asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
У тебя есть другое имя?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept a mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Ты уверен, я хорошо умею слушать? Честное слово.
Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Always kept seeing the letter, not the number.
Если она все время принимали за цифру за букву, значит твое имя доктор 0?
Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0.
Я так и говорил, потом меня поправили на О.
Zero.
Так мне лучше называть тебя 0 или...
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Если хочешь, чтобы О отличался от О, просто перечеркни нолик.
What?
Нолик, перечеркни его наискось. Это стандартное обозначение для того, чтобы их различать.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually. Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
Значит, ты полный 0?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Может, лучше отличаться имен сосредоточенно на достижениях? Или очень могущественный.
What did accomplishments ever do for us, please? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. if I wanted to. The biggest zero in all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Ну что, Ноль, какие великими открытия ты можешь поделиться?
It really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just built it. Amazing, isn't it?
Интересная штука была когда-то, наверное.
I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well...
Скажи им, я бился.
Genius Mobius somehow cobbles together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
Гигантский рыбоскорпион.
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
Я чувствую, как большие очень. Можешь мне рассказать об этом комплексе?
Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
Мне нужны еще бесполезные крышки, чтобы тестировать функцию бортового ЦМ наверху.
Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Окей. Привет, 8-й. Ты можешь говорить, ты понимаешь меня? Мне говоришь, что твой голосовой модуль был поврежден при нападении. Это... Только бы не оказалось, что ты просто материшься. Почему-то мне кажется, что ты прекрасно понимаешь, мне нужен ответ. Твой поврежденный голосовой модуль, ты можешь рассказать мне о нападении? Ты кто? Приятно познакомиться, кружок. Еще кружок, очки, как там те? Ты знаешь что-нибудь о докторе Мебиусе? Будешь так мониторы по опыту. Можешь рассказать мне о технологии, которую нужно Клейну? Или оживился? Клянусь, твоим мозговым бедой не проскочила икра. Постой, кажется, я начинаю понимать, ты пользуешься протоколом термина робко, правильно? Даже в эпоху голосовых модулей старый код никуда не делся, так ведь? Ну да, у кода есть свои ограничения, не отрицаю. Если бы... Не спорь, если познакомиться с тобой поближе, ты не просто белый шум в банке. Если этот протокол терминал робко, то значит его можно изломать как терминал. Мне хватит пару секунд, чтобы грубо попрать и твои права и присутствие твой голос. Ну посмотрим, что тебе заберут эти медлить. И микроядерные. Мне нужен твой барахол. И последний есть. Подержал меня, ты это делаешь? Да я знаю, что ты протокол атаки не рисуешь. Ну вдруг не подожди, подержать спор. А что, у тебя был выбор? Спасибо за брых. О, мой бог. Ладно. Сейчас быстренько пообщаемся.
Did you retrieve?
You are an unusual...
Breaking news!
Да. Не спорю. Это значит, его можно взломать как терминал. Если какой-то терминал не волнуйся, я не злоупотребляю доступностью выхода. Нет проблем, я знаю, каково это быть подобным. В этот момент моего... Скажи, ты можешь сказать мне? Так посетитель его не повредил, а перепрограммировал. Да знаешь, что значит быть жертвой внезапного падения, уж поверь. Она. Ставить сентименты. В момент моего появления скажи мне, что ты не аудио... нанировал мой звуковой эмиттер. Ничего постыдного, честно слово, просто в некоторых вещах уже не распространяется. Ближе, скажи мне про звуковые. Вот как. Нет, это место я знаю. Все к Хиггса, правильно? Твой дом находится там? Значит, код эмиттер находится в твоем доме в Хиггсе. Да все. Ну, я там подобрал 2 штуки вроде. Опера и как раз для музыкального автомата. Мне сказали, что один из предыдущих посетителей Куба говорил сам с тобой, задавал тебе вопрос.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left us some knowledge he should... Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence.
Это вероятность. Окей. Он пришел и ушел. А, еще Брос. Окей.
The lobotomite animal before me. What other terrifying terrors will plague us in our quest for knowledge? Communists? Communist animals, perhaps? Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a...
Ты кого животным назвал?
Yes, animal. Hormones, pores, glands, all wrapped up in skin. Who knows what terrifying secrets lie beneath your epidermis? Scalpels shall tell us your secrets, even if we must cut deep for such...
В X8 мне попался твой питомец. Это миска Гейба, твои собаки из X8 Гейба?
Why, yes, it is. I used to leave it outside his doghouse, chock full of chems, before the cybernetic modifications, of course. And no matter how chemmed the food, he would always eat it, and his tail would wag, even while I... You know, I'm having the most perplexing feeling squiggling through my biogel. I can't quite pin it down.
Похоже, Гейб тебя действительно любил.
Yes, Gabe. No matter how awful my day had been, he was always waiting there. How odd. My gel is decoagulating. And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Marcus would beat on me and call me Smarty's sissy pants, he'd just sit there, head on my knee, and... If you don't mind, I'll take that bowl. Just need to remove it. Put it away. For some reason, its similarity to the crater shape of that, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of having done something terrible. The two were hitting me with unexpected force.
Судя по всему, ты предал кого-то, кого очень любил.
As odd as it is, I believe that is the conclusion. And I wonder why it didn't hit me before. Until I saw that memory in your hands. This sensation is unpleasant. I don't care for it. I don't care for this place either. And I feel as if we've forgotten something. Still, it is no matter. Crush the feeling down. Crush it down. Push it into the loop. Yes. Forgotten. Almost.
No.
I do not need to remember anymore. Not today.
В X8 мне попался твой
Thanks
питомец.
so much for sparing Gabe. I know he's really quite killable, which is why I had to augment him. But you needed none of that.
You're quite elusive, or fleet-footed, more so than our old mailman. He didn't get far before Gabe caught him.
Итак, кто ты и что ты здесь делаешь?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Сидор, это твоя работа?
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Почему ты думаешь, что они не сбежали? Законсервированы на большой горе, эти твари расположились по всей Махаве.
No, such creatures are found only here for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
А это они-то стерильно, они размножаются, да еще и как.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their
Чё ты не то
creation.
кастрировал?
Perhaps a demonstration of my cat.
Валяй, вдруг я в результате одной фертильной или вообще заберу.
Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make me vomit inside my tank? The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into asymmetrical patterns.
Похоже, ты не очень-то в теме, собственно, предмета исследований.
Nonsense. That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Да какой ты... Да, ладно, когда ты создал Касадор?
2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the great static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance.
А чё больше знать? Имею в виду сидеть за преданный занят.
Tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying robo-scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging. He must be.
Скажи мне об радарном заборе вокруг
The
кратера.
radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
Постой-ка, это значит, что вы здесь в ловушке?
Trapped? Nonsense. We are secure here from evil philosophies. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy?
I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Ты не хочешь шутить, но снаружи целый мир.
No, beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Разве это не опровергает твое утверждение?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crack.
Зачем Кляйну нужны эти конкретные технологии?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
Окей. Можешь сказать мне про большую гору?
Threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue.
Я не почему, но нет, Мебиус не дает нам передышки, он пугает нас. Почему тут такой разгр... Балкон накрывается обширный вид, да вы неплохо уработали местность.
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Экспериментальные. Что это был за взрыв?
Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
Экспериментальные города.
In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tech was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.